see, when you're training, when you're teaching your horse things, pay attention to what your ultimate goal is. This is why we do goal setting, right? Pay attention to what your end game is and go, okay, that's what I want to work towards. And so every day that I get on, even if I'm on a baby horse, I can teach them one little thing about collect. And then I can make that better and better and better as we've been thinking about training in that way instead of training dressage pyramid. You're going to do the bottom steps and you're going to climb a ladder and then you're going to get to the top and you're going to be done. Because that's not really the way. Think of it more as every day I'm going to touch on a little bit of collection. I'm going to test out everything else. But can I always return to that rhythm and relaxation? And what you'll find is that oftentimes when you start to have a specific problem, it's going to start to manifest itself other ways in other levels. So keep that in mind. Sometimes we don't notice right away that something is a problem because we compensate for it well, or our horse compensates for it well, and then we get up to the next level and we start trying to do something and it's not great, or we're having a hard time with it. And it's probably because it's always been, it's been okay, but it's not been great, and we've just been making the compensation. Lead changes are a perfect example of this, because if the horse's canter is not very good, it makes the changes difficult. But a lot of people can manage to make a canter look pretty decent, make it look collected, get through the movements, and then the change is the problem. And the change itself has several basic steps to it. So when I see that problem, my first thought is, okay, now I need to break down every stage of this change and figure out where is the problem, right? Does the horse like to get down on the forehand, which means that I've not sufficiently taught the horse how to raise their shoulders and how to move their shoulders, how to have that mobility in their shoulders, which will also oftentimes manifest itself in the half. It can also manifest itself in your trot work, not just the half pass, but also in the lengthenings, because a horse that is not really free in its shoulder have a harder time. Also, the same is true if you're lacking the rhythm and relaxation. Like, lots of people will sometimes think that horses that are kind of lazy, as people like to label them, or energy conservationists, as I like to say, they're relaxed. So, they just don't have good, lengthening gaits. They just don't have that energy. Or my horse just doesn't have a big gait, leg flinging, hypermobile mover. And so the horse just doesn't have a great length and trot. But a lot of those things you'll start to see will start to pair up, and they'll start to be, there's a problem there, and there's a problem there. And how do they connect? Is it one thing, one basic part that we're missing? And a lot of times you can put them together.